Here are the Kotwa News Briefs for Thursday, August 30th, 2012. U.S. Mint quarters honoring Hawaii Volcanoes National Park rolled into circulation yesterday at the Kahuahula, which looks out over Halima'uma'u crater. The ceremonial circulation began as Hawaii Volcanoes Park Superintendent Cindy Orlando, Senator Daniel Inouye, and U.S. Mint Denver manager David Croft poured $500 in quarters from 2 calabashes onto a koa platter. The U.S. Mint plans to print 64 million of the volcano quarters at its Denver and Philadelphia coin-making plants. Yesterday, HFS Federal Credit Union exchanged $35,000 in quarters for cash brought to the celebration by collectors. The credit union plans to offer the quarters at all branches starting today until they run out. Inouye called the legendary volcano goddess Madame Pele our mother and said this is where Hawaii was born. He told the large crowd the quarter will help the world know more about Hawaii and the volcano. Orlando said, "We are honored to have been selected as the park that represents the state of Hawaii in the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It's exciting to think that our quarter will circulate across the nation starting today and that it will be possible for almost anyone to pull a coin from their pocket and be reminded of such an extraordinary destination and national park. This quarter could inspire more people to visit the island of Hawaii and to visit and support the mission of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park," she said. "This amazing quarter is worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. It is vital to the economic well-being of both our island and state economies, to the national park, and to the state. It is truly priceless," said Orlando. She noted that volcanoes became a national park in 1916, the same year the National Park Service itself was founded, and that Hawaii Volcanoes National Park was designated an International Biosphere Reserve in 1980 and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in November of 1987. How appropriate that our new park quarter, our 25-cent piece, is released the same year we celebrate our 25th anniversary of World Heritage status, said Orlando. How big should agritourism be? This is a discussion before the County Council as it completes rulemaking for agritourism business on agriculturally zoned lands. New rules were already passed by both county planning commissions. A public hearing is set for next Tuesday, September 4th, 6 p.m., Hilo County Council chambers. The public can also testify from Pahoa, Kona, and Waimea Council offices through video conferencing and by writing the County Council. According to a Nancy Cook Lauer story in this morning's Hawaii Tribune Herald, County Council Chair Dominic Yigong, who called for the hearing, said there were some concerns about the number of vehicles that would be visiting rural areas. On the other hand, it would be a way to stimulate the economy and provide opportunities for farmers to expand their portfolios, he said. The legislation before the council would allow minor agritourism businesses that annually accommodate fewer than 15,000 visitors and a weekly maximum of 350 visitors who would be limited to arriving to the site by vehicles with 15 passengers or less. A major agritourism business would be allowed annually to host no more than 30,000 visitors, and tour buses would be allowed. Once the rules are in place, they will go into effect immediately. Agritourism businesses on ag zone land will be required to submit a plan for approval, which will be reviewed within 30 days by the County Planning Department. Leasing out state lands for businesses and development has drawn mostly criticism at public meetings around the state in recent weeks. According to a Sophie Cox story in Civil Beat this morning, some testifiers are asking for the new Public Land Development Corporation law to allow more aggressive development of state lands to be overturned by the 2013 legislature. At last night's meeting in Honolulu, several dozen opponents belonging to the Unite Here Local 5 Hotel Workers Union carried signs saying, "Public land, public input, don't sell off our Aina." Its treasurer, Eric Gill, said it's not about the rules, it's about the legislation itself. This PLDC issue brought the union and environmentalists together because we all fear that the government is giving too much power and too much influence to banks and developers and not us, Civil Beat reported. Civil Beat also reported on former Board of Land and Natural Resources Chair Cynthia Thielen saying the new program will run counter to the Department of Land and Natural Resources' mission to protect public lands, and that it opened the door for sweetheart deals that may generate revenue but not for the DLNR. Those testifying about the rules for the new PLDC included Sierra Club executive Henry Curtis, who contended that proposed PLDC rules lacked sufficient environmental controls, Civil Beat stated. Mililani Trask, a native Hawaiian and attorney on a proposal for a geothermal project that could involve state lands, says she could work with the PLDC, but not for the state practice of allowing private sector and foreign companies to develop our resources. Supporting the PLDC was the General Contractors Association and the developers group Land Use Research Foundation. Ka'u community members and others from Hawaii Island are encouraged to join the Big Island Community Coalition. The organization states their top priority is making the Big Island electricity rates the lowest in the state by emphasizing the use of local resources. Michelle Galimba, a member of the organization's steering committee, says our island community needs a voice in talking about our energy future with HECO Helco. The more names we have together, the stronger the voice. To join or for more information, visit BigIslandCommunityCoalition.com. Ace Hardware in Alehu is hosting local farmers and merchants again, some of whom have split from the Ka'u Farmers Market to continue selling at the former location. The vendors at Ace include Hester's Farm, Wednesdays only from 7 to noon, with a wide variety of locally grown vegetables, Island Valley Delights with locally made jams, jellies, and breads, Lemona with handmade body creams and soaps, and Pacific Quest with a selection of organic, locally grown fruits and vegetables. These vendors and others now operate under the name Na'alehu Market on Wednesdays and Saturdays at Ace from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. To join the market, email RICHWITT1@hotmail.com. Ka'u Farmers Market, managed by Na'alehu Main Street, is still operating on the grounds of Shaka's Restaurant and Bar on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to noon. For more about the Ka'u Farmers Market, call 339-1032 or 345-9374. Ocean View Development Corp meets tonight at 5:30 p.m. at the Community Center. Upcoming sports lineup for this Saturday for Ka'u High includes the first home game for the Trojan football team. Trojans play HPA beginning at 6 p.m. Also on Saturday is volleyball at Kealakahe at 10 a.m., cross country at HPA at 10 a.m., air-riflery at Kamehameha Schools at 10 a.m., bowling at Hilo Lanes at 9 a.m. versus Keau, and at 1 p.m. versus Waiakea. Drawing basics taught by Kathy Long at Volcano Art Center's Niaulani campus in Volcano Village is this Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon and 1 to 3 p.m. Long shares techniques to bring depth and life to participants' drawings. Participation is $60 for the general public, $54 for members. The cost includes supplies and a print from the artist. Pre-registration required. For more, call 967-8222. Dancing on the Earth is hosted Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Volcano Art Center's Niaulani campus in Volcano Village. Shizuno Nazu teaches creative flow and dance to all levels using warm-up and expressive dance movements based on Hara Tanden Chi energy. Advanced registration advised. General admission is $45. Members pay $40. For more, call 967-8222 or email julie@volcanoartcenter.org. These Ka'u News Briefs are brought to you by the Ka'u Calendar newspaper and underwritten by the Edmund C. Olson Trust and Pahala Plantation Cottages. See them at Ka'uNewsBriefs.blogspot.com and YouTube.com/Ka'uNews, and support our sponsors at PahalaPlantationCottages.com and Ka'uCoffeeMill.com.